Subscribe to Smartphone Tutorials by clicking on the subscribe button, and do remember to click on the notification bell icon to get instant notifications.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. So what are we going to talk about today? Now this is the OnePlus 6 and it is no fun without unlocking the bootloader, installing TWRP recovery and rooting this particular phone. Now if you remember last time with the OnePlus 5T, I went ahead and released a video to unlock the phone and root that particular device. Now this video is a little late, but hey, it is there. Now the reason it is late is because the official TWRP for the OnePlus 6 is not available, but that doesn't stop us or the awesome folks at XDA from rooting this device. So in this particular video, we're going to unlock the bootloader, install a TWRP recovery which is unofficial, and then we will be rooting it with Magisk and we will see how the stability is. Now before we begin, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And if you like motorbikes and travel is your thing, here's a card to my second channel. You can go ahead and check that channel out and let me know in the comment section how do you like it. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash. Let's begin. Alright guys, so this right here is the OnePlus 6 that we are looking at, and this of course is a rooting and flashing video. So we're going to be unlocking the bootloader on this phone, we will be installing a TWRP recovery, and we will be rooting the phone. So let's begin. Now first things first, let's go ahead and have a look at this particular phone. So this is a completely stock OnePlus 6 that we are looking at. Alright, so first things first, let's go to About Phone. Now this is the latest Oxygen OS 5.1.5 with Android 8.1.0. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tap build number 7 times and then we will enter our passcode so that we can enable developer options. Now once we have developer options enabled, we just need to go to settings, there we go, and go to developer options. Now this is the first thing that you need to enable here, that is OEM unlocking. So once again you need to enter your passcode and then click enable. Now after that you need to go ahead and enable, for convenience, advanced reboot and USB debugging. Now things that we need before we begin: you will be needing a computer running Windows and a decent internet connection. We'll be downloading about 100 megabytes of files, which is not really a lot, but still we will need it. You will need a OnePlus USB cable and a phone with at least 50% battery. So I have more than 60 or 70%, so that's good enough. And do remember, while you unlock your bootloader, all the data will be lost, so everything on the phone will be formatted, and although OnePlus supports rooting, flashing and stuff, remember, do this at your own risk. So from here on what we'll do is let's leave the phone alone and we will move on to the computer. I will show you guys what files are required and what we need to download and what exactly is to be done from a computer point of view so that we can go ahead and get this guy rooted. Alright, so to begin with, there are 2 links that I've mentioned in the description. So first things first, you need to go ahead and download the link to TWRP, so first things first, you need to go ahead and download minimal ADB and fast boot here. So copy this link and maybe open your Chrome and paste it, and this is the page you'll reach. So then click here to start download. Click on primary download and save it to a location of your choice. Now as always, I will be saving it to my OnePlus 6 folder so that it's convenient for me: gadgets, OnePlus 6 and root OnePlus 6. You can save it there. Alright, now you will have a file like this, minimal ADB and fast boot. So just double click on it, keep clicking next, 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 install it and uncheck this box and click finish. Now what you need to do is, if you remember the location where you installed it, well and fine. Otherwise, copy this TWRP img file, go to your C drive. If you have a 64-bit Windows, you will be having this folder, otherwise it will be in this folder. So go to program files and locate minimal ADB and fast boot and paste this particular file over here. Alright, so all the files are now in place. Now what we need to do here is we need to put the phone in bootloader mode. So in order to put the phone in bootloader mode, press and hold the power button select reboot, select this option here, third one, bootloader, and touch to reboot. Now the phone will reboot into the bootloader mode. So the next step that we are going to do is we will be unlocking the bootloader, and we will follow the remaining steps in order to get TWRP working on this OnePlus 6. Now once the phone is in bootloader mode, you will see that all this information is mentioned over here, and under device state it says locked. That means we have still not unlocked the bootloader. Now remember, once again, you will be losing all the information on your phone once you go ahead and unlock the bootloader. So now what we will do is we will go ahead and connect this phone in this particular state to the computer using the OnePlus USB Type-C cable or any other Type-C cable that works for you. So once again, it's very basic stuff. Keep the phone in this mode and connect it to the computer, and let the on-screen interaction do the remaining things. So I'll just connect it and I'll get back to you guys while I'm on PC. Alright, so now I'm connecting the phone to the computer in fast boot mode. There we go. Go here and there will be a file called CMD here. Once again, this is in C drive, program files 86. That is program files x86 if you have a 64-bit Windows, or just program files and minimal ADP and fast boot. Just double click on CMD here, and first let's check if the device is connected. So that's fast boot space devices and hit enter. There you go. So this is a serial number of your device. Now you need to go ahead and unlock the bootloader. So fast boot OEM unlock and hit enter. Alright, so once you hit enter, you will be getting a warning which looks something like this. Is basically the same thing that I said earlier. So all you need to do is use the volume down button to highlight the option which says unlock the bootloader, and hit the power key to confirm. Now give it about 30 seconds to a minute. It will erase everything, and every time you boot, you will now have a warning message that your bootloader is unlocked and the device may be insecure and stuff like that, which is completely fine. And then the phone will try to boot into the operating system. Alright, so once you're on your computer, you just need to go ahead and copy and paste this link, or check the description. This is the link that I have mentioned in the description. So if you open that particular link, this is the XDA post that will open. Now we'll click on this link which says download these files, and then at the top right hand corner there is download button. Just tap that or click that. Now once that particular link loads up, you need to download that particular file. So as you can see, I've already downloaded it. It says overwrite and stuff. So you can choose to keep it at a convenient location, but for me, I'm keeping it in the OnePlus root OnePlus 6 folder. So just save it and start the download. It's relatively a small file, say about 85 megabytes, so it should not take a very long time. Now once that is done, you can come back to this particular page. Now what you need to do next is you need to go ahead and connect your phone to the computer. So let me show you that. Alright, now this is pretty self-explanatory, so we won't be covering that on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm plugging in obviously one end of the USB cable to the computer and the other end to the phone, and then from the notification bar just select transfer files. So once the phone is in transfer mode, as you can see on the screen, it will say that the phone is now connected. So now you can see that this particular file is downloaded. So first let's go ahead and extract everything. So let's select all these and drag and drop them over here. Now you can choose to extract these files at a different location, but if we have a look at the next step, what it is instructing us to do is put boot.img, root zip, TWRP blue fix and TWRP working installer on phone memory. So what we will do is, apart from TWRP files and TWRP image, so these are the 4 files: boot, root, TWRP blue fix and TWRP working installer. We will copy them and paste them to your phone's internal memory. There we go. So as you can see, OnePlus A6000, that is my OnePlus 6 that is connected. So let's go ahead and paste these files over here. All right. Alright, now for the next step, we need to put the phone in bootloader mode. So in order to put the phone in bootloader mode, press and hold the power button, select reboot, select this option here, third one, bootloader, and touch to reboot. Now the phone will reboot into the bootloader mode. Alright, so now that the phone is in fast boot and we have minimal ADB and fast boot open, so the first thing to do is boot into TWRP from the bootloader. Now before doing that, we need to first go ahead and flash TWRP so that we can boot into it, right? So what we need to do here is we need to go ahead and use this command, because we have copied TWRP image to your minimal ADB folder. So let's go ahead and right click on this and copy. So first let's put this command. Now over here, if you want to paste the copied command, just right click and the command will be here, and then just hit enter. Okay, the first command looks successful. So let's go back to this page and copy this particular command. Now you can also choose to type this in minimal ADB and fastboot, but I choose to copy and paste it because that is much more convenient. So right click again and hit enter. Great. Alright, so now we have TWRP flashed. So what we will do is we will once again use the volume down button, and once we have recovery mode mentioned over here, we will just go ahead and hit the power button so that it boots into TWRP. Now remember, this is not an official TWRP, so that is the reason it is still not completely as good as an official TWRP would. So the first time it boots up, it will actually boot up in Chinese, so we need to first go ahead and change the language to English. Let me just show you guys how to do that. So you need to press this button or tap this button and select the globe icon and swipe up, and select English and hit OK. Alright, now as you can see, everything is in English right now, and things should be much easier compared to the simplified Chinese version. So what we need to do now is flash a few files to make sure that TWRP stays and we don't get any boot loops. So let's go to install, and this is where all these 3 files come into the picture. Now the first thing that we will flash is none of these 3 but an image. So remember the boot.img that we had copied, so we need to tap this button here. So when you tap on install image, the boot.img will be visible, and over here select boot and then swipe to confirm flash. Alright, now once again go to home, and then we will go to install and flash this file twrp working installer.zip and swipe to confirm flash. Give it a few seconds while it is flashed. Alright, now once that particular file is flashed, let's go to the home screen again and then select install. And the next file to flash is TWRP blue fix. So once again swipe to confirm flash. Once this particular file is flashed, there is a last file that we need to flash, and then we should be good to go. So let's go back to the home screen and then tap install and select root.zip. Now this file is very essential because otherwise you will have a boot loop. So swipe to confirm flash. Alright, so once everything is done, you can just reboot system and wait for the phone to boot up. Now the device may or may not reboot once or twice, so don't panic. Wait for the phone to boot up properly. It will boot up, and once the boot is complete, we will first go ahead and check if the root is working fine or not, and after that we will just go ahead and boot into TWRP again to verify that TWRP is still there. Now remember guys, this is just a temporary thing. We should be having an official TWRP really soon. The only reason it is taking time is because Project Treble has changed a lot lot of things in the way internal partitions work. Now there are 2 partitions instead of 1, so that is the reason probably TWRP team is catching up. So wait for the first boot and then let's see what happens. Alright, so as we can see here, the phone has definitely booted up, and if we go to the app drawer and go to settings and go to about, so it is still Android 8.1, of course, OxygenOS 5.1.5, and let's go to Magisk Manager. So here we go. Magisk is installed and root access should be working just fine. So the device is definitely rooted. Let's quickly go to settings and go to about, and then tap build number 7 times so that we have developer options, and let's go ahead and enable advanced reboot. Press and hold the power button, reboot, recovery, and touch to reboot. Now let's see if the phone goes to TWRP or not, and if it does, which I'm pretty sure it will, we have a working TWRP for now, and we have working root access as well without breaking any functionality on this particular phone. Now so far there is wiper mode that is working, exposed that is working, and Magisk is working, of course, yes, as well. So as you can see, TWRP has booted up, and this time it is much smoother. If you would have noticed in my initial installation, it was very laggy. So here we go, TWRP and root access with the unlocked bootloader on the OnePlus 6. This is your one-stop guide. All the links will be mentioned in the description. If you like this video, guys, let me know in the comments section what else I could have added in this particular video. At the same time, Android P developer preview is going to be covered as well in the next 2 or 3 days, so stay tuned for that. Once again, thank you for your time. Goodbye, take care.